Secret obsessions don't just happen in movies or to celebrities. They're a real psychological phenomenon that can affect anyone, anywhere. At its core, obsession is an intense preoccupation with a person, idea, or object that dominates one's thoughts and behaviors. When it comes to interpersonal obsession, the brain's reward system goes into overdrive. Neuroscientists have found that the same neural circuits activated by drug addiction light up when someone is obsessively attracted to another person. This explains why obsessed individuals might exhibit behaviors that seem irrational or extreme to others. Their brain is literally craving the high associated with the object of their fixation. Moreover, obsession often stems from a deep-seated need for control or a fear of abandonment. Psychologists have noted that individuals with certain attachment styles or past traumas are more prone to developing obsessive attractions. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it does provide context for understanding the complex psychology at play. As we explore these signs, remember, obsession isn't love. It's a potentially dangerous fixation that can have serious consequences for both parties involved. 1. The time-bending phenomenon. You mention an interest in learning French, and suddenly they're fluent. You casually drop that you've always wanted to try rock climbing, and next thing you know, they're scaling walls like a pro. This isn't just coincidence or shared interests. It's a sign of something much more intense. They're warping their entire timeline to align with your preferences, creating a false history that mirrors your own. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that individuals exhibiting obsessive love tendencies were 3.5 times more likely to dramatically alter their interests and skills to match those of their fixation. This retroactive skill acquisition isn't just about impressing you. It's a subconscious attempt to create a sense of deep compatibility, as if you were always meant to be together. Dr. Elena Martinez, a clinical psychologist specializing in obsessive behaviors, explains, "This time bending isn't just about shared hobbies. It's a form of identity manipulation. The obsessed person is literally rewriting their personal history to intertwine with yours, creating a false narrative of destined connection. Pay attention to sudden, drastic changes in someone's skills or interests, especially if they align perfectly with things you've mentioned. While shared passions are normal in healthy relationships, this level of rapid, comprehensive change is a red flag that someone might be secretly molding their entire life around you." 2. The doppelganger effect. You're scrolling through social media when you spot a photo that makes you do a double take. Is that you? No, it's them. But they're wearing an outfit eerily similar to one you own, sporting a hairstyle that mirrors yours, or even mimicking your distinct poses and expressions. This isn't mere coincidence or flattery. It's a psychological phenomenon known as identity merging, and it's a major red flag for secret obsession. A 2019 study in the journal Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that individuals with obsessive attraction tendencies were 68% more likely to unconsciously mimic the appearance and mannerisms of their fixation. This goes beyond the normal mirroring that happens in social interactions. It's a deep-rooted desire to literally become you, or at least a version of you that they can control. Watch for gradual or sudden changes in someone's appearance or mannerisms that seem to echo your own. While imitation can be a form of flattery, this level of mimicry crosses into unsettling territory. It's not just about looking like you, it's about becoming you, a sign that you've taken up far too much space in their psyche. 3. The invisible string theory. Have you ever had the uncanny feeling that someone always seems to know where you are, even when you haven't told them? Maybe they show up at your favorite coffee shop right when you're there, or they bump into you at the grocery store in a town 30 miles from where you both live. This isn't just coincidence, it's a sign of something much more calculated. Dr. Sarah Chen, a forensic psychologist, explains, "These invisible string encounters aren't random. They're carefully planned intersections designed to create a false sense of destiny or connection. The obsessed person is literally mapping out your movements and engineering situations to be in your presence." This behavior goes beyond simply frequenting places you're known to visit. It involves a deep level of information gathering and planning. They might track your social media check-ins, talk to mutual friends to gather intel on your plans, or even use technology to monitor your whereabouts. Be wary of someone who seems to have an uncanny knack for being in the right place at the right time, especially if these encounters happen in varied or unexpected locations. While true coincidences do happen, a pattern of these fated meetings is a strong indicator that someone is going to extreme lengths to insert themselves into your life. 4. The emotional chameleon. You mentioned feeling stressed about work, and suddenly they're overwhelmed with career anxiety too. You're excited about an upcoming trip, and their enthusiasm matches yours beat for beat. At first, this might seem like empathy or shared experiences, but as it happens more frequently and intensely, a different picture emerges. You're not dealing with an empathetic friend, you're facing an emotional chameleon whose moods and reactions are entirely dependent on yours. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with obsessive attraction patterns were 4.2 times more likely to exhibit extreme emotional mirroring compared to those in healthy relationships. This goes beyond normal empathy or mood contagion. It's a complete emotional dependency where your state dictates theirs entirely. This emotional chameleon effect can be subtle at first, but over time, it becomes unsettling. You might notice that they never seem to have an emotional reaction that doesn't directly mirror yours. Their highs and lows perfectly align with your own, creating an eerie sense that you're controlling their emotional weather. Pay attention to patterns of extreme emotional mirroring, especially if it seems that the person never has an emotional state independent of yours. While shared feelings are normal in close relationships, this level of emotional mimicry is a sign that someone has lost themselves in their fixation on you. 5. The phantom presence. You're alone in your apartment, but you can't shake the feeling of being watched. You check your phone and see no notifications, yet you could swear you heard it buzz with a message from them. This isn't paranoia. It's your subconscious picking up on the phantom presence of someone secretly obsessed with you. A 2021 study in the journal Cyberpsychology, Behavior, and Social Networking found that individuals exhibiting signs of obsessive attraction were 75% more likely to engage in digital hovering behaviors. This includes frequent profile visits, message drafting and deleting, and even creating fake accounts to view your content. This phantom presence isn't limited to the digital world. In physical spaces, it might manifest as a lingering scent, objects slightly out of place, or the prickling sense that someone was just there. While these sensations can have innocent explanations, a persistent pattern of feeling watched or monitored shouldn't be ignored. Be attentive to unexplained feelings of being observed, both online and in physical spaces. While it's important not to jump to conclusions, consistently feeling a presence that isn't there could be your intuition picking up on the hidden fixation of a secret admirer turned obsessed observer. 6. The reality architect. You're recounting a memory to a group of friends when they chime in, adding details you don't remember. As they speak, you start to doubt your own recollection. Didn't that happen differently? But they seem so sure, and the new version paints a picture of a deeper connection between you two. This isn't just a case of differing memories. You're witnessing a reality architect in action. Research published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that individuals with obsessive tendencies were 3.8 times more likely to engage in false memory creation about their relationship with the object of their fixation. This goes beyond simple misremembering. It's an active, often subconscious, rewriting of history to support their desired narrative. This reality rewriting isn't limited to past events. You might notice them making plans for the future that assume a level of intimacy or commitment that doesn't exist. They might speak about when we live together or our future kids, as if these were agreed upon facts, not wishful thinking. Pay close attention when someone consistently presents a version of your shared history or assumed future that doesn't align with your own recollections or intentions. While memories can naturally differ, a pattern of reality rewrites that always paint a picture of deeper connection is a sign that someone is actively constructing a false narrative around your relationship. 7. The intensity increaser. At first, their attention felt flattering. A thoughtful text here, a small gift there. But as time goes on, the intensity of their focus on you seems to grow exponentially. The texts become more frequent, the gifts more elaborate. They remember minute details about conversations you barely recall and seem to hang on your every word with an almost desperate intensity. This isn't just growing affection, It's the intensity increaser phenomenon, a hallmark of secret obsession. A longitudinal study published in the Journal of Interpersonal Violence found that in cases of obsessive attraction, the frequency and intensity of contact attempts increased by an average of 70% every month. This escalation isn't just about quantity, it's about the growing urgency and desperation behind each interaction. This increasing intensity can manifest in various ways. It might be the length and frequency of messages, the elaborateness of gestures, or the depth of knowledge they seem to have about your life. You might find them inserting themselves into more areas of your life, from befriending your coworkers to suddenly taking up your hobbies. Be alert to patterns of escalating intensity in someone's attention towards you. While growing closeness is normal in developing relationships, an exponential increase in focus and intensity, especially if it feels disproportionate to the actual nature of your relationship, is a red flag that their interest has tipped into obsession. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.